In the heart of ancient Egypt, under the relentless and scorching sun that beat down upon the vast golden sands, a monumental task was underway. The Great Pyramid of Giza, a testament to human ingenuity, perseverance, and architectural prowess, was being erected. This colossal structure, which would stand the test of time and become one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, was not just a tomb, but a symbol of the pharaoh's divine power and the unified might of the Egyptian people. The pyramid's construction was a marvel of engineering, requiring precise planning, immense resources, and an unprecedented level of organization. The sheer scale of the project was staggering, with millions of limestone blocks, each weighing several tons, being transported from quarries and meticulously placed to form the pyramid's massive structure. But who were the people behind this extraordinary feat of engineering? Where did they live, and how did they manage to accomplish such a seemingly impossible task? These questions have intrigued Egyptologists and historians for centuries, sparking countless debates and theories. For a long time, scholars suspected that purpose-built villages supported Egypt's construction sites. These villages, they believed, housed the workers and their families, providing them with the necessary amenities and resources to sustain such a massive workforce. However, there was no archaeological evidence to support this theory until the end of the Victorian Age. The breakthrough came in 1888, when British archaeologist Flinders Petrie began his investigation into the Middle Kingdom pyramid complex of Senwosret II at Illahun. Here, he discovered an associated walled settlement, Kahun, which yielded a complete town plan. The neat rows of mud brick terraced houses provided a wealth of papyri, pottery, tools, clothing, and children's toys, all the debris of day-to-day life that is usually missing from Egyptian sites. This discovery was a game-changer, offering a glimpse into the lives of the people who built the pyramids. The artifacts found in Kahun painted a vivid picture of a thriving community, with evidence of daily activities, social structures, and cultural practices. The papyri in particular provided valuable insights into the administrative and economic aspects of life in the village, revealing details about trade, taxation, and labor organization. Despite this discovery, few early Egyptologists were prepared to waste time looking for domestic architecture. The allure of splendid tombs filled with treasures and intricate hieroglyphics was too great. The tombs of pharaohs and nobles, with their elaborate decorations and valuable artifacts, offered a tantalizing glimpse into the lives of the elite and the religious beliefs of ancient Egypt. It was only recently, thanks to the ongoing excavations of Egyptologists Mark Lehner and Zahi Hawass, that the stories of the pyramid builders began to emerge. Their work has shed light on the daily lives of the workers, their living conditions, and the organization of the workforce. The Great Pyramid, commissioned by King Khufu, was not built by 100,000 slaves, as the Greek historian Herodotus suggested. Instead, it was constructed by approximately 4,000 primary laborers, quarry workers, hauliers, and masons, supported by 16,000 to 20,000 secondary workers. These workers were divided into a permanent workforce of about 5,000 salaried employees who lived with their families in a well-established pyramid village, and up to 20,000 temporary workers who arrived to work 3 or 4 month shifts. This division of labor allowed for a more efficient and manageable workforce, ensuring that the construction project could proceed smoothly and continuously. The pyramid village was a bustling community, teeming with life and activity. The sacred precincts were defined by the Wall of the Crow, a massive limestone boundary that separated the land of the living from the land of the dead. This wall, standing tall and imposing, served as a reminder of the divine purpose of their work and the sacred nature of the pyramid. The village dead, men, women, and children, were buried in a sloping desert cemetery. Their varied tombs and graves, including miniature pyramids, step pyramids, and domed tombs, incorporated expensive stone elements borrowed from the king's building site. These tombs, though modest compared to the grand tombs of the pharaohs, were a testament to the workers' pride and their belief in the afterlife. The cemetery also provided valuable information about the health, diet, and social status of the workers, offering a more comprehensive understanding of their lives and contributions to the pyramid's construction. The permanent workers lived with their families in the shadow of the rising pyramid, their lives intertwined with the monumental task at hand. Tomb robbers largely ignored these workers' tombs, allowing scientists to build up a profile of those who lived, worked, and died at Giza. Of the 600 or more bodies examined, roughly half are female, with children and babies making up over 23% of the total. This suggests that the pyramid village was a thriving community, with families living and working together to achieve a common goal. The presence of women and children indicates that the village was not just a temporary camp for workers, but a permanent settlement where families could live and grow. The task of building the pyramid was managed along tried and tested lines. The workforce was divided into crews of approximately 2,000 and then subdivided into named gangs of 1,000. These gangs were divided into files of roughly 200, which were then split into divisions of about 20 workers. This efficient organization allowed a seemingly impossible project to become an achievable ambition. The division of labor and the use of specialized teams ensured that each aspect of the construction process was handled by skilled workers, maximizing efficiency and productivity. The temporary workers were housed in a camp beside the pyramid town, where they received a subsistence wage in the form of rations. The pyramid town, like all other Egyptian towns, developed its own economy as everyone traded unwanted rations for desirable goods or skills. This bustling marketplace was a hub of activity, with workers bartering for food, clothing, and other necessities. The exchange of goods and services created a vibrant and dynamic community where workers could meet their daily needs and improve their quality of life. To the south of the pyramid town lay an industrial district, a gigantic, cohesive complex divided into blocks or galleries separated by paved streets equipped with drains. This area included a copper processing plant, bakeries, and a fish processing unit, indicating food production on a massive scale. The industrial district was a vital part of the pyramid village, providing the necessary resources and materials to support the workforce and sustain the construction project. The animal bones recovered from this area and from the pyramid town include duck, the occasional sheep and pig, and, most unexpectedly, choice cuts of prime beef. The ducks, sheep, and pigs could have been raised amidst the houses and workshops of the pyramid town, but cattle, an expensive luxury, must have been grazed on pasture, probably the fertile pyramid estates in the delta, and then transported live for butchery at Giza. After comparing DNA samples taken from the workers' bones with samples taken from modern Egyptians, Dr. Moamina Kamal of Cairo University Medical School suggested that Khufu's pyramid was a truly nationwide project, with workers drawn to Giza from all over Egypt. The pyramid served as a gigantic training project and a source of Egyptianization. The workers who left their communities of maybe 50 or 100 people to live in a town of 15,000 or more strangers returned to the provinces with new skills, a wider outlook, and a renewed sense of national unity that balanced the loss of loyalty to local traditions. The use of shifts of workers spread the burden and brought about a thorough redistribution of Pharaoh's wealth in the form of rations. Almost every family in Egypt was either directly or indirectly involved in pyramid building. The pyramid laborers were clearly not slaves. They may well have been the unwilling victims of the corvée or compulsory labor system, the system that allowed the pharaoh to compel his people to work for 3 or 4 month shifts on state projects. If this is the case, we may imagine that they were selected at random from local registers. The corvée system was a common practice in ancient Egypt, used to mobilize the workforce for large-scale construction projects and other state endeavors. While the workers may not have had a choice in participating, they were not treated as slaves, but as valued contributors to a national project. In a complete reversal of the story of oppression told by Herodotus, Lena and Hawass have suggested that the laborers may have been volunteers. The symbolism of the pyramid was strong enough to encourage people to volunteer for the supreme national project. Zahi Hawass believes that the pyramid was a symbol of national pride and unity, inspiring people to contribute to its construction. The idea of building a monument that would stand for eternity, a testament to the power and greatness of Egypt, was a powerful motivator for many. Mark Lehner has gone further, comparing pyramid building to American Amish barn raising, which is done on a volunteer basis. He might equally well have compared it to the staffing of archaeological digs, which tend to be manned by enthusiastic, unpaid volunteers supervised by a few paid professionals. The sense of community and shared purpose that drove these volunteers was a key factor in the successful completion of the pyramid. Thus, the Great Pyramid of Giza stands not just as a monument to a pharaoh, but as a testament to the unity, determination, and collective effort of a nation. It is a symbol of what can be achieved when people come together for a common purpose, driven by faith, pride, and a shared vision of greatness. The pyramid's construction was a remarkable achievement, a testament to the ingenuity and perseverance of the ancient Egyptians and a lasting legacy of their civilization.